I think we are
We're
live.
probably live.
We're probably live. We probably are.
Probably
I'm
live,
just,
and Lee keeps pushing buttons.
well, I'm trying to make sure that I got the screen up so we can see anybody in the chat room.
That's right. We need chat.
Yes, we need chat. So I'm going to try to pull it up, which I'm sure I can right
Murder.
here. I think
We
we are
Oh,
live.
now we have double.
We're probably live. We probably are.
Probably live, and Lee keeps pushing buttons.
Well, I'm trying to make sure that I got the screen up so we can see anybody in the chat room.
That's right. We need chat.
Yes, we
Shut
need
that off.
chat. So I'm going to try to pull it up, which I'm sure I can right
Murder.
here.
We're here.
Yes. There.
There we are.
That's what I did.
There we are.
There we go. Hello,
There
beautiful
we're live.
people.
There we go.
Yeah,
What
Opal.
makes us
That's what I did.
happy?
I did Opal. Oh, I'm signed into the wrong person. Let me get my shit right. View channel. I need to hit switch account. That one. Yeah, we were just under the wrong thing.
What is that?
Soul Connected Life. It's a AI channel. It's nothing we've done.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not out there.
Oh,
No, I'm just playing with stuff. I can learn to play
well,
with
I
stuff.
know, but we're live while you're playing.
I'm not playing right this second.
We're live. But you are.
I'm getting us to the
But
channel.
it is. I can't see y'all.
I know.
If I could see you,
Give me a second.
I'd talk to you.
Yeah,
But I
just-
can't talk to you because I can't see.
See, you're wrong for that.
I mean,
There,
there you are.
like that, like this. There, we're back. There. See, now I
There
told you.
you are.
Now I just need to get the live chat. There.
All right, let me move this. Move your foot in between here. We're getting it together, I promise.
Yeah, we are.
I got this.
Okay.
Okay, I got this. We're gonna come right to you because I got this.
Okay.
I know how to do this. I'm real good at it.
Are you? Mm-hmm.
There, while you were hitting all them.
Well, it's okay. Now you got to leave it so we can write.
There we go. Look at us.
Yeah, this is awesome.
We've done it.
Yeah.
And pull
Just
this a
trying
little
to-
closer.
This there. Caught alive. Hi, Chrissy. How you doing? Yes, we are here.
Yeah. We're so excited. You want to know why? This is the first night of our online retreat. We're super excited about it. And tomorrow, we have live meditation, guided meditation with us. And there's a class. There's all kinds of cool stuff happening. So there that.
I don't know why that hasn't changed, but that's okay.
Oh no.
No, it's probably going to be, it'll probably be better over here. I mean, if you did it here, it would probably be easier.
Hold on.
Yeah.
We don't know what we're doing.
I know. No, we know what we're doing.
Why do you keep touching things?
Because I can.
I don't understand what's happening.
Well, if you give me a second, I'll find us a place there. Just give me a second, please. Just use patience. Hey,
I don't have that.
You don't have patience?
I do not.
Oh, let's see.
See if that's better.
Oh,
There it is.
there.
We
Here
need to
are.
find out what that was, who we were signed in as, what it's going to be used for, what it is. We need to find out. I'm going to have answers and I'm going to get them for you.
Oh, well, sometimes things just happen.
Okay, so can I
So
get rid of this?
Go ahead and fix it like you had that.
Got it. I can get rid of this then.
Oh, shrink it. Don't hit the X. Just
Why?
lower it. Thank you.
Okay.
All right. There. Now you have.
Look at that. Look at that. Look at my scarred up hand.
They don't look bad.
Yeah, they look like an old lady's hands now.
Well, it caught a lot of fire, so that kind of happened.
I was like a ninja.
Oh, yeah.
Fire.
Oh, joy.
I really wasn't. Fire won. The fire won for real, didn't it?
Mm.
So we've been throwing out there some we listen and we don't judge. I do not recommend. 0 to 1 stars. I do not. We are also here. We're doing card readings. We are attempting to meet a medical goal, a goal in the medical world. We need to reach a goal. So we are doing some card readings for you. So whatever you want to contribute to that goal, you do that. And we got Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Stripe,
Yep.
all the messes. We've got all that. How many people we got in here? Not very many.
I don't know.
Let's find out. Let's find out. It's in the middle of the damn day. We got 8. We got 8.
8 folks watching.
That's 8 people who have nothing else to do with their lives, but sit and wonder what the hell it is we're doing.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
We're enjoying.
Because a lot of times I sit and wonder what the hell y'all are doing. I do that. I wonder what everybody's doing. And everybody, I mean you. I did. But I have these cards. These are my favorites. These are India's cards, India Lay. If you have not seen these cards, they're really, really, really powerful. I love them. My deck is already worn, and I love that. Lee has his special deck with him as well. The Healing Waters Oracle. Lee loves the water. My bladder does not love the water. We do have the blue deck and the infamous white deck. And I've also got my pendulum close, so that's really hard to do. That's really hard to do on camera, right? Because you really can't get a good angle of a pendulum. Yeah, it's just a mess. But anyway.
Different. I mean, well, you can get the top view ones. I've seen them on TikTok where people do them top view so you can see them changing direction.
Chrissy's kids are on spring break. Cameron's on spring break next week. What are we gonna do with it?
I'm about to run errands. Log on YouTube, and y'all popped up. Oh, well, welcome, Chrissy.
Spring break.
Was there any kind of question you had for us? If you want
ready.
to just put that out there, if you're catching us live, some people
Catching us live. Catching.
Catch.
Lee, are you making up words? Catching.
Caught.
Catching. Catching. It's not a word. You can make up words. Yeah, I make up words all the time. You're allowed to do that. I'm not saying you can't. But
I thought, oh wow, Lee and Sherry, what a treat.
Oh, well, we're just shooting shit.
Listen while I'm doing my hair. Okay. Awesome.
Oh man. I really am thinking about going live sometimes while I'm just throwing my makeup on and my hair. That would be a fun and interesting live, wouldn't it?
Why? What would you be talking about?
Because the transformation from ogre to this is a rough road.
I wouldn't know.
It's a rough road. And poor Lee sees me in the mornings and at night when it all comes off. It's not pretty. It's fine. It's fine. It's just a mess.
Self-judgment.
Yeah, because the fire left some scars on my face, and you can't see them because they're really it's just color like this. See how it's different colors? So like my face has different, yeah. Anyway, it is.
I picked out her nails. That's why they look like that.
He did. They're moony. I'm sorry, what is that called? It's called cat eye. Yeah. And my nail tech is super cool. He's pretty funny. He's kind of annoying.
He's all right.
Well, it's only because I cause trouble a little bit when I go in there. That's fine. It is. So here we are. We're really ready and available to answer your questions about life in general, about your twin flame, or about your relationship, or about your marriage, or about your life, or about your sister or brother, or sons or daughters, or any of that. We got those.
So we got Vina in here, Michelle Christie, and Chrissy.
Michelle Christie in
here? Who else
here?
is in here? Everybody else say hello. Where are you guys all from? Where's everybody from? I know that you did that last one.
I need to catch up with Michelle Christie. I want to know what's going on in her life. It intrigues me.
Oh.
It really does. Because, I mean, her life is pretty amazing. And then flip, and then, you know what I mean? And then flip. It's kind of like ours, but not near as bad.
Oh.
Maybe. I don't know all the details. I know some of the details, and it is what it is, but She's handling it better than I would.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought you handled it good.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
Okay.
Anyway, you know what? I'm not a big puffy sleeve fan. I don't know. I'm not a puffy sleeve fan. I'm
That looks
not
good on you.
I'm not a puffy fan. Let's go ahead and throw that out there. I'm not really a lacy kind of, but I bought some. I bought some lace shawls a while back at the expo. I'm not
Mhm.
lacy or puffy.
No.
No.
Mm.
You're a little lacy.
I am.
Well, you were.
I was.
Yeah. Yeah.
In what sense?
Um, your clothing, your choices of clothing back in the
Wear
day.
lace.
I've got one upstairs.
That's not lace.
It is lace. It's okay. It's fishnet see-through. It is not lace.
There's difference. See, there's a
There
huge
is
difference.
a difference. You're right.
Huge
I probably could have. You probably did have some lace somewhere.
Nope. Don't wear
Never.
lace. Nope.
I bet I can.
Not real fond of lace.
Bet I can.
On me.
Bet I can find it.
Hmm.
Bet I can find some of Lee's old lace clothing.
I was
A doilies. Doilies.
I was just special back then.
Special's a good word.
Yeah.
I like that word. No?
That's
I mean,
where we're
you
going.
said it.
Let's go with that
You said it. What me?
word.
Right.
Okay.
Do you want to do a live? We listen and we don't judge?
Ooh.
Probably
No.
not.
No, I ain't got no more. No, I've
What do you mean you ain't got no
the one I
more?
put out there today is it. I'm done. That was bad. That was it was intense. I mean,
So can you
just
tell me what happened? So like
no,
you were
I'm not.
mad,
Nope, not recalling. I don't live in the past.
but was you mad?
I
And,
let
and
go.
did
I
you
let go of the
think
past.
you had the tissue in the hand that you didn't have it in? Or did you just pick it up with your bare hands because you were mad? That's what I need clarified. Did you
I
pick it
went
up?
down thinking I had the towel in this hand and picked
Okay.
it up and put it in the towel without, into the cleaner or into the tissue, thinking, okay, that was smart. No, it wasn't smart. That shit was soft.
Oh, that's enough. Well, yeah, let's not do it live. I'm not
I was
judging. It's hard
to
not
not judge.
well, yeah, funny things, you know what I mean? It's
There's
hard to not be like, why did you do that?
the trick is
I wonder how many people have said that about me. Like, why in the hell did you do that?
the
I've done a
trick.
lot of dumb
The
shit.
trick with judgment is you gotta stop judging yourself first. Then judgment
Then
just
you
goes
can
away.
judge it.
Then,
Well, yeah,
then it goes
that's
away.
what made it so
It goes
funny
away.
because that's what made it so funny is that you knew that it was messed up.
Well, I didn't. I was so my adrenaline was a little bit up. So after I did it, I was in there and when I was washing my hands, I just started laughing. I was like, oh my God. Out of all the times, because think about how many times we have to pick up this.
He's
So
old.
it's like,
Mike's old.
Mike's old. He's
And he's
12.
having some problems.
Yeah.
Not too many. I mean, he's
He
sometimes
might last another year. He might.
Lee.
I'm just saying. I'm saying he might.
Don't. That's
He
my
might.
boy.
Well, he's a big boy,
He's got
and
too
that's
much.
actually for his size and that age
He's
is
kicking.
yeah,
He's kicking.
he's living
moving
longer than
right along.
most that
He's
age
moving
and
right
that
along with
size.
his little self. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm not even gonna lie.
Not most 130-pound dogs live 12 years.
No, and Gemma, she's getting up there too, and
She's
she's
10.
showing signs of AIDS. So age, not AIDS. She
Yeah.
doesn't have AIDS. I don't think canines can get AIDS.
I don't know.
I wonder. Curious.
I don't know. Anybody know that answer? Can canines get AIDS?
They cannot.
Yeah.
They cannot.
Yeah.
They cannot.
So that was that little incident, and I had a talk with him afterwards.
You did?
Yeah.
What'd you say to him?
So you took your ass outside.
Oh,
And he said, and he went right upstairs. He just looked at me. And
but he just looked at you like,
nope, I ain't doing it. You'll be cleaning it up tomorrow. And that's what the bug did too. I had to clean that up again tomorrow. The next day I was on point.
yeah,
Yeah.
outside.
Oh no, I had them in both hands.
He has trouble getting down up and down the steps.
Yeah. Just age.
I feel bad for him.
I mean, he's been with us. We saved him. I mean, he was
He's
arrested.
been with us for 10 years, 11 years, going on 11 years.
Yeah.
because we brought him right, we got him right before the wedding, about 6 months before the wedding.
We got him in the year before, right after Rocky died. He died right after. When Rocky died, we got Mike the next
The
day.
next day,
So
yeah,
that was November 8th of
14,
2012. No, 2013.
13,
2013.
2013.
We got him into, yeah,
Yeah,
that's right.
yeah,
And then the next year we got married like 9 months later.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was only 3 months off.
Yeah, you weren't bad. That's okay. And we don't know, like, if we're just talking. So hopefully,
Yeah, we are. We haven't pulled a card for us today. Would you like to do that?
you want to pull one of mine or one of yours?
Together card? How about we do, you do one of yours and I'll do one of mine.
Okay,
How about that? That would be
I can do
fun.
that.
Okay, and this is a card reading for us for the weekend. Let's be specific.
Okay,
For the weekend.
I got you.
We're gonna have a great weekend. We might even come back tonight. I don't know. I always say that.
Healing water and show me the way.
Just gets,
Show me
oh,
the
look at
path.
this one just sticking up right here. All right. Oh, a new season. I called a new season. You called did you pull the Joker card?
I pulled the instruction
The-
card. So I guess I need to be pulling some instructions.
Instruction.
I got it.
Maybe it's instruction
It's
on
coming up.
our new life. New life.
All right, the mist.
Get a whole new life.
That is the name of my card.
The mist.
It
Mist.
is called the mist.
Mist.
I have to grab the book.
Did it help when you stuck your tongue out to grab the book, or
Yes.
did you just grab
Trust your
the
inner
book?
compass. Be led from within. That is the mist.
What is it?
And it's called the mist.
Say it again. Say what it says.
It says, trust your inner compass. Be led from within. See? That's what it looks
Trust
like.
your inner
Yeah,
compass.
the mist.
Be led
And
from
it looks
within.
really cool because look at the top. You have two like giant orbs over a woman standing in the middle.
Yeah,
It looks,
it's a really pretty card.
yeah, it's different. All right. So, yeah. And it's the same woman from the front of the book.
Oh, is it?
Okay. Yeah.
Nice.
All right. So this is the mist. What card did you pull?
I pulled the number 14 card, a new season.
Oh, okay.
We are stuck.
Are we?
No, we're back.
Man, this internet just, it keeps going in. It's just glitchy.
It is.
It's really glitchy.
It is glitchy. I think people are over here talking, but we're stuck.
Are we? Here, let me do this. Are you still there?
Yeah. Yeah, tell us how this live's going. Because I mean, can you see us and can you hear us? Because we
don't know.
keep glitching.
Yeah, we don't know if you're.
Are you going to
Keep
read our
touching.
card?
I'm getting to the mist. Do you want me to read yours first? Since you
Yeah,
pulled yours first?
And I can't see.
Cool, then find the mist in here for me. This is what it looks like. Mine are
mist.
numbered like yours.
Huh?
Mine aren't numbered like yours. So yours is a new season, a major milestone on the path of following your your soul into healing has arrived, and it will feel deeply wonderful as you return. As you return home within your body and its connection to the earth, while simultaneously embodying more of your higher self energies through spiritual ascension, you'll be shedding dramatically any remaining attachment to the energy of lack. This is happening as you become more calibrated to the divinely orchestrated rhythm of the seasons. Over the centuries, we have removed ourselves from the connecting rhythm, moving into the homeostatic predictability of the mind in a disconnected, fear-driven effort to escape pain. Through the gift of free will, Spirit has allowed us to discover on our own that pain is only magnified, and we are trapped in an echo chamber of suffering when we cut ourselves off from the wisdom, rhythm, and flow of the seasons of life. As you return to this flow, you will no longer experience the empty, helpless sense of lack and yearning that you have had for anything outside your current experience. Instead, you will remember that anything that is not within your experience at this moment will have its season. It will return. Even if you have not seen it in this lifetime, it will arrive. You will connect with the energy of it with joy and gratitude and fulfilled expectation, knowing that it will be a part of your reality and the perfect divine time. In the same way you smile when you think of summer's strawberries, endless afternoons, and ocean air, your heart will smile when you think of the love, abundance, and joy flowing to you in whatever form the season of your life calls for now and next. When your mind notices something missing from your life, you'll shift into your deepest heart assurance from that the season for that it's on its way. And for now, you can smile and let yourself be filled with warmth, excitement, and gratitude of your connection with it and with spirit. Spirit is bringing it all in for you. It is divine in its divine right season, forgetting nothing. If you pulled this card, shed any attachment to the energy of lack. Tune into the divinely orchestrated rhythm of the seasons. Trust that what is not present now will have its season and will return. Connect with the energy of what you desire with joy, gratitude, and fulfilled expectation. Shift into heart assurance when the mind notices something missing from your experience, trusting that it's on its way in its divine right season. Trust in Spirit's guidance and divine timing, knowing that nothing is forgotten. And this was the card. Wow.
Do you guys
I don't
ever
I don't think
feel
anybody's there. Are we even
we
online?
have 6 people?
Oh,
It
do we?
says, yes.
Okay.
Do you ever feel sometimes that you keep getting messages from the universe over and over and over? You see signs, you hear things, you go through things, like you're shown things over and over. You always are getting these affirmations. And it's like, okay, cool. We've done what you've said. We've prepared. We have we've followed what spirit has asked us to do on those things. Do you ever get in the position where you're like, come on, spirit, I've been doing everything you told me to do. Where is it? It's like waiting for Jesus to come back. I'm sorry.
Mm, So that was a pretty good card you got.
That was a real good card, and I think I'm going to read it again later. So,
Okay. So mine
because
is
I missed some of it looking for the mist.
the mist. Trust your inner compass, be led from within. Intuition is pointless unless we act on it, but it really makes logical sense, which is why it takes faith to trust it and courage to act on it. But when we do gather up the will to act on our intuition each and every day, we find ourselves living a truly blessed, deeply aligned life that's led from within. I call it living a soul-led life. There's a golden thread before you calling you toward it, beckoning you forth. You're being called to trust your inner compass and be led from within. Mist and fog form when it's extremely humid and water vapor condenses to form droplets that hang in the air. When mist or fog set in, if it's as if everything's hanging in a state of mystery. When you're walking in mist, make sure we're facing the right way. Slow down and enter a state of trust. Following our intuition is similar to that. While you may not know every step along the way or the exact destination, you're called to trust your inner compass, to trust that the path will appear before you and be before you and for you, like Dorothy and the Wizard of Oz, following the yellow brick road. We're all being led home to ourselves in our soul's path. It just requires us to consistently trust the guidance system within. What's your intuition calling for you to do right now? This one said.
Oh, wow.
That was deep. That's the first time I've ever had that card.
We got his cards at the Gift of Light Expo that we spoke at. Was it last weekend or weekend
Yeah,
before?
last weekend.
And
Weekend before.
was it the weekend before? What did we do last weekend? I think it was last
It was
weekend.
last weekend. Was it?
I don't know.
I don't.
We lose track of time.
No, because
What happened last weekend?
I don't think back that far. I'm guilty of
Did
never
we
being
have-
able to. I just don't think about the past
Yeah,
unless it's within the last hour or so. I don't
right.
know necessarily there's a point. I mean,
Well,
I
you
do
have to go
when
back sometime.
I'm healing things, of
Yeah.
course, or when I'm remembering things, I go back. But it's like
Yeah.
it's like a feeling takes me there, and
Yeah.
I just let the feeling tell me when it's time to leave there. It's kind of how it works. So I don't stay. I stay present with the feeling.
Got it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like it's not that I'm staying in the past. I'm staying with the feeling, which I didn't do in the past.
Check this out. Let's talk about this. I've been wanting to bring this up. So Lee and I are now members of Bachelor Nation. So we've watched The Bachelor. We're in the middle of The Bachelor. Um
Mm,
I watched The Bachelor for a couple years when it first started, but I did not follow up with it, right? Then The Golden Bachelor came on, and Lee and I watched The Golden Bachelor, super cool. And then we watched The Bachelorette, Jen Trans.
yeah. Yeah.
Um, Now we're watching Grant's season of The Bachelor. Is anybody out there watching that? Now, I want to know, this is my question, right? Um, I had a call come in. I'm back. Is the questions today or for tomorrow night during the retreat? You can ask us questions anytime
You
you
can
want
ask
to right
questions
now.
right now. Yeah.
Um, um, so we're getting close to the end, where next week is the end, right?
Oh, the
The
finale.
finale.
Yeah.
So now he's in love with these two girls. Well, now let's rephrase that. He's told one of them, I love you, and the other one he said, I'm falling in love with you. So that's two different things to me. But that's not even why I'm bringing it up. Why I'm bringing it up is while we're watching it for entertainment, there's some real hurt happening. Like, unfortunately, one of those two and the one before and the one before are really getting hurt
Mhm.
and leaving feeling not chosen,
Yes.
picked over,
Yes.
right?
Mhm.
So what does that do? You know what? You know what? I'm gonna find someone who got close to the end and got picked over, and we're gonna interview him.
I would love to.
I'm
I would
going
love to
to.
do that.
I'm going to. I want
Yeah.
to know because I mean, clearly they're hurt and they're crying, right?
Hmm.
And a lot of them will even say, I'm used to just not being chosen,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So, did they put off not being chosen energy?
Right.
Or, that, or like, how does that cycle stop when you're watching it happen to them? Like we're watching these heartbreaks and just like, wow. And next week, these two women who, by the way, are in love with this man, however, they know that there's another woman,
Mm.
right?
Yeah.
One of these women are going to be devastated,
Mhm.
devastated.
Mhm.
And that makes good TV. And that bothers me a little bit. I'm not gonna stop watching it. I'm just saying it's not like watching a sitcom like Raymond or a game show. Like there's real, true human emotions that are going on here.
Yeah.
And it's odd for us to sit and watch it all fall out because we watch him like interacting and things, and we clearly don't get the whole story, but we can pretty much make a pretty good call on, right, yeah, she's hiding too much, or if she doesn't open up, she's
Right.
not going to be chosen, types of things. So we can almost call it out why the first maybe five or seven are gone, right?
Hmm.
But after
Hi,
that, it's
Laura.
like, what?
Uh, I believe what we're watching. Well, first of all, you and I were paying attention to see who we felt he had a connection to,
Mhm.
and we felt him have a connection to the one that he's saying I'm falling in love with. But the
To
one,
Juliana,
but the
yeah.
connection he has to the other one is connection to the family.
Right. That's what's,
It's like there's more love for him in one aspect than there is in another
yeah.
because of what happened to this
And
girl.
it's
He's
Latia, right? Latia.
Tia, I
Okay.
think so.
And they're both beautiful girls, beautiful girls. And I say girls because they're young,
Yeah.
but they're beautiful, right? Both of them, I think are really attractive girls,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
Um, Latia has that, they both have that really strong family support, right? Juliana's dad seems fun,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And lighthearted.
Right.
Um, Latia's family
Was huge.
worried me for a little bit because were they going to accept him because he didn't practice their religion, but it was the complete opposite. They just totally embraced him. Uh, what's your choice? Who's your choice? If you were Grant in this very moment and you had to pick in the next 30 seconds, who would it be?
Julia.
Really?
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
It's not that I don't have anything bad about Letitia. I just think
Latia. Yeah,
Latia,
I don't either. I
I
think
think
she's gorgeous.
what I'm picking up though is that she is so reserved versus Juliana being so vulnerable.
Right.
You could tell that Juliana's just going to naturally be vulnerable with him.
Right.
Just that'll be her natural state. And whereas Latia, I think, can be very controlling. It's going to come across at some point.
Yeah.
And I think it's because of the big dynamic of family. That's what
Right.
her mother was kind of like when we saw her. I was
Yeah.
paying attention to the parents too. But
Yeah.
I pay attention to the parents because that tells you how they can connect and how they
Right.
couldn't.
Right.
So it was really interesting to
Yeah, it
watch.
was. Hi,
So
Rita.
hi,
So we're
Mara.
just
Hi,
sitting
Rita.
here talking about The Bachelor because we're watching it and it's it's coming up on the end.
Let's talk
So
about paradise.
oh
Let's talk about paradise.
whoa, guys.
Paradise was,
It
see, we love This Is
really
Us. We love This Is Us. So we didn't watch it at first, but then we kept being told, you
this
guys
is
need to
what we
watch
do
this.
at night.
And
We sat and watch a couple really dumb, great shows. You know what I mean? Like the real
it gives us stuff to talk about
it
present
gives us
stuff.
right, but it's without having a whole lot of drama here, we got to watch it somewhere. But we indulge
Oh
in
no,
them.
we
We
start
indulge.
watching Temptation Island on Netflix again too, because we know a lot of reality people. So when we start watching that, we went, "Oh, this is a different format." They changed the
Yeah.
whole thing up. So we man, I tell you, but I want to talk about Paradise sometime soon. Paradise was good,
Let's do that.
and we love Beauty in Black. Oh
Mhm.
my God, that was it Beauty in Black?
Beauty in Black.
That's the one on Netflix,
Great.
right?
Paradise, though, how about this? And we got a question. We'll get
Okay,
to it here in just a second, Chrissy. But Paradise, what was there only 8 episodes so far?
8 episodes, and it's
And
been reissued for another season. So I
ah,
just it just seems so real
so
with what.
the world ended because of some
Well,
nuclear
we
thing.
don't want to spoil it for you
Right.
because you got to see it from the
So
beginning
the gist is an underwater or I'm sorry, under in a mountain, dug in a mountain,
in Colorado.
a whole city and houses and people live there and there was a government anyway. Whoa, it's great. I'm excited to see I'm excited. That's all. I'm excited. It's
Mm.
great. So Chrissy has a question. My twin finally reached out after 3 months silence. I want to laugh. It's not funny. He called me a ghost and responded with a ghost emoji. Haven't heard from him since, and that was over a week ago. Should I give him a minute to cool off? I think he's still mad about me disappearing.
Well, maybe the question is, why did you
Disappear
disappear?
in the first place.
Why did you disappear? So, and this usually we found this, and this is where we can show you how this connects to you. It's really
Yeah.
interesting how this happens. So, why did you disappear?
Why, Chrissy? Why'd you do that? Why'd you do
Hey,
that?
you want a Zoom link?
Why'd you
You
do
can
that
come in
for?
here. You responded with the ghost.
Oh,
Here, why don't we do
she
this?
did.
Yeah, you want
No,
no?
she responded.
You responded.
She
You
responded
responded with
with
the
the
ghost.
ghost.
Okay, so you put that back there like you're Casper.
Chrissy.
Yeah, why did you do that, Chrissy?
Well, who's doing the ghosting here? Did he ghost you?
No, she said
3 months of silence.
he's mad at her for disappearing. She knows so why did she ghost? So here's what I could feel from but the way she
I
stated it.
was hurt after my dad died and I was sensitive and triggered. Okay.
Okay,
Honest. I love that.
truth. Okay,
That's great.
so question
Did you
is,
tell him that?
what you didn't resolve with your father is showing back up, isn't it? In other words, when did your father not ghost you?
Well, I
No,
don't
that's the
know.
question. When did your father not ghost you?
I gotta send my
Because
son a
Chrissy
text.
has it in a connection to a man she's connected to disappear. So that meant that her father disappeared. And did they ever resolve any of that? I thought he was being funny. I was trying to be funny back. I don't think he thought I was funny. So, Chrissy, did your father show up for you a lot in your life
There we go.
before he passed? Was your father always there for your feelings, be there for your thoughts, be there for your moments in life where things are important to you? Did your father show up for you, Chrissy? Or would you say your father ghosted you?
I thought he was being funny. I was trying to be funny back. Don't think he thought it was funny.
Yes, always to
He
what? What's yes,
he
always?
probably didn't think it was funny.
Your father, is it yes,
I thought it was
always?
funny.
Yes, always your father ghosted you?
No. Oh,
Is that what she's saying? Yes,
no,
always too?
no, I don't know what she's saying though. Yes, always.
Oh,
She'll let us know.
okay.
Yeah. Um, he probably didn't think it was funny. I thought it was funny. I laughed. Okay, we're waiting.
Yeah, we're waiting.
We're waiting.
Sorry, we're just
There we
waiting.
go. Dad was
Dad was
always
always there.
there.
Okay, so your dad was always there. Was he? Okay, so when you say he was always there, how about mom? Was mom there? If dad was always there, was mom always there too? Sherry. Well,
No.
she probably does find it funny. Sherry laughs at things like that. But see, it depends on him from the standpoint of your behavior.
Yeah, because let me tell you, the whole texting thing, you've probably heard it in a million of our other videos, but I was just getting ready to say Lee was horrible at it, but I'm going to rephrase
So,
that. He wasn't the best at it.
so you,
So a lot of times, if he would send me like a statement or an emoji or something, I'd be like, what a dick. What? And he would be like, no, I thought that was funny. I took it completely different. Right. So we don't know.
so she's saying yes, mom was there. Okay. Well, Chrissy, the question, what's happening? Why are you ghosting or why are you disappearing from this man? Um, Points to where you learn to receive love from a man or a woman you are connected to. Your ability to pull away from that is either how they showed up for you or how you showed up for them. So when I'm asking you, did your mom and dad show up there for you? That meant that they were allowed to hear all of your thoughts in truth, all of your feelings in truth, and accept you. Is that what you're saying yes to when it comes to mom and dad?
Can't type in that. There, I haven't seen.
You could have just said the little smiley.
Hi, Joey. I could have. You're right. Mom was there.
Yeah, she put yes, mom was there. I just
Yeah.
asking her. So she's saying she could share her all of her thoughts, all of her feelings with her parents, and they accepted her. That's what she's saying. That's what you're saying. Your mom and dad were both always there. You're saying they were there for all of your thoughts, all of your feelings, and you openly expressed them. That is a yes to that.
Yeah.
No, she hasn't. She says, I love him. I miss him. I appreciate him. I was hurt and
Yeah.
didn't know what to do with my grief and emotions. So oh, so that's why she ghosted him. All right. So that makes sense. So you're saying that when you love somebody and miss somebody and appreciate them, when you have hurt, when you have hurt, you're going to ghost them. So that tells them that you love them and that you care about them and you miss them. When you disappear on somebody, How is that loving them? How is that missing them? How is that appreciating? When you ghost them, how does that tell us that that's what you feel for him? Does that make sense? Because if we're him, we're going to be asking ourselves, if you show up and don't show up, and if he feels a connection to you, how's he going to feel it if you left? How's he going to feel your love for him? How's he going to feel you miss him? How's he going to feel you appreciate him if you disappear? Tell us how that makes sense to you. I was trying to protect. Is protection ever gotten you love before? Or protecting yourself? Has that ever allowed you to love yourself when you protect yourself? Because when you protect yourself, you're protecting yourself, which means you put a wall up, nobody can get through, which means nobody can feel anything from you and you can't feel anything from them. So when you do that, that is ghosting. That is ghosting in front of somebody, and it's ghosting as you pull away. So if you have a wall up and you didn't tell them about your hurt and your emotions, what were you supposed to do? I was trying to protect myself. I felt like I couldn't or shouldn't lean on him during my grief. Okay, so I get that. She used to do that to me, but you know what that told me when she would do that? That meant that I wasn't good enough to be there for her hurt. So as long as you feel good, Chrissy, about making sure that's the message you're sending him, yeah, you blocked him. You let him know, I don't miss you, I don't love you, and I don't appreciate you. That's what you're saying you're doing behind a blocked wall. He can't hear that, so he's gonna go ahead and give you what you're giving him.
Right.
So as long as you're okay keeping it that way, it can stay that way. But you're also doing something you learned to do in your childhood. If you go back and you look about any time you had an issue with mom or dad, did you let them know about your hurt and your pain? Or did you lock yourself in a room? Because you said you were, oh, they were always there for you. That meant they opened that door and they said, no, Chrissy, tell us what's going on. They didn't let you sit in that room by yourself. Is that how you're saying that your parents were there for you?
Crystal gets a card pull.
Oh, okay. Not me. I haven't been able to do that. I still have today, haven't, said Vina. Okay. Yeah, circle back to that, Vina.
Yeah.
Enlighten us.
Yeah. Wait a minute.
Like I had to be strong and navigate alone. So you're already telling us of how you abandoned yourself and him. Because if you loved him, you abandoned those feelings when you left him. When you didn't let him anywhere near
Okay.
you, who was there for those feelings that you have for him? Not even you. So you want him to be with somebody who will do that to him, or you don't want him to be with somebody who will do that to him. I sent him a message and said that I loved him, but I was too emotional and we would talk soon. I didn't say how so.
soon.
So what you probably should do is say, you know what? If I really love this person and I really appreciate him, if I don't open up and share what I'm going through inside, I'm not telling that person I feel a connection to them. I'm telling them I don't. So what you need to look at is, do you feel a connection to this person and are you showing up in that connection? Which is a hard thing to do. See, we're going to go deep into this weekend because this isn't running or chasing. This is behaviors that you had before you got to the connection that are still unresolved. So until you go back into those behaviors, you're going to give him exactly what you learned to give your parents as you started to pull away from them. It's just repeating itself.
Pull Crystal a card.
Crystal?
Crystal's
got a card.
Crystal card.
Attachment. Ooh, aren't we talking about attachment?
Attachment.
Yeah, attachment.
Here you go.
Okay.
I'll hold the card.
So attachment, the number 5 card.
5 cards for Crystal.
So hopefully, Chrissy, if you want to resolve this, don't wait. If you love him and you appreciate him, you got to learn to love and appreciate your own hurt. So if you don't go open that door, you're going to keep in this same cycle and it's going to be very familiar to you. And
I
usually,
feel that, Chrissy. I feel her last statement. I feel it to my
What'd she say?
soul. I
yeah,
feel
it
it
sucks.
to my
I don't
core.
like, it's not about being at fault.
It-
It's about being open or closed.
I feel you, Chrissy.
So if you let go of fault and ask yourself, is this keeping
I
you
don't like to be at
closed?
fault either.
Does it make you happy to be closed or does it make you sad to be closed?
Yes.
So you got to look for open and closed, not right or wrong, who's at fault, who's not at fault. You need to look at what's going to open you up because you have to ask yourself, if I open up, will I heal? And if you hear a voice on the inside of you say yes, you're there. You just got to realize that voice saying yes is the one you are abandoning and ghosting in the first place.
Oh.
So, upright.
This card is for Crystal.
Perceived need and the choice to let go. Attachment. Was it upright or was it upside down?
It's upright, I believe.
It was upright?
Yeah, I don't know. I
I
didn't see
pulled it.
it.
I thought it was upside down. The
It's upright.
reverse, this card reversed is a wonderful.
Oh, it was upside down?
Yeah, well,
Oh,
I had to turn it around so they could see it.
okay. Sometimes that's good.
Yeah. This card reversed is a wonderful indicator that an old negative pattern, relationship, or desperate attitude is being released. As you continue to let go, you will be able to establish new ways of doing things and relating to others. The universe wants to congratulate you on your healthy new approach, but be sure to support the changes you're making and your ongoing choices. Some patterns can be deeply encoded, and you may need to continue releasing the old habits. All the while honoring the new decisions in your thoughts, actions, and interactions with others. You've broken the chains, and now you can walk away from the limiting attachments into a bright and unlimited future. The affirmation for this is, I release attachment and choose peace. I am strong, free, and able to choose what honors me.
That was
Yay.
Chrissy, by the way.
Yeah.
That
let's
was
see.
Chrissy, by the way.
Oh, Chrissy said what? I
The
honestly,
card.
oh, that card was Chrissy?
Yeah.
I honestly wasn't trying to hurt him. I didn't
Right.
want him to hurt me
Right.
when I was already in a hurt place.
That's right.
So here's the
I
thing.
get that.
You have to figure out, when did you learn to love yourself in your hurt? Because you're going to make his life, you're going to keep running away from him because you don't love yourself when you're hurting. What's keeping you from changing that? Is somebody stopping you and saying, hey, nobody's going to love you if you open up your hurt? Has anybody ever said that to you? So I guess, Christy, what do you trust about connection? I mean, you said you had a strong connection to both mom and dad, which meant you would have had a strong foundation for trusting people you're connected to. But what it sounds like you keep trying to say is, my mom and dad were there for me. No, they weren't. Everything you're sharing with us says they weren't. And that's where you got to go and look and see what you felt really. Because we can all be good kids to our parents, but we can also hide from our parents who we really are. Once you learn to do that, what do you learn to do in connection? Let yourself have connection or let yourself hide from it? I guess the choice is yours. But after all, you have to look for a choice. And if you see that you're not choosing your hurt, or you're choosing to keep your hurt from healing with somebody, because do you believe that you can heal without letting somebody connect to how you're hurting? I've never seen that done. Actually, I don't know anybody who's actually ever made that happen. So you'd be the first. I've tried.
Way to be an innovator.
Hey, look, I tried to innovate it too. I tried it. I failed miserably at trying to heal without letting myself have connection.
Mm-hmm.
So I get that you weren't honestly trying to hurt him, but once your hurt spilled over, look at all the hurt in your past that you've stopped or walked away from and never did anything with. All of that is about to come up in connection. So if you have a twin flame, if this is your twin flame, everything in your past that you buried, it's going to find out how you love that part of yourself now. So that's what this is about. This isn't about anything else. How do you love yourself through your own hurt to let somebody connect to you? You're not running or chasing, ghosting or hiding. You're actually reliving a childhood wound you won't pay attention to even now. That's all it is. And it's hard to heal it if you don't know how to really sit in what it feels like. So hopefully this helps, Christy. Hope the card was an amazing card. So let go of, I would reach out and say, you know what? I would like to see you soon. Actually, I'd like to see you, or can you talk to me sometime today? Talk to him on the phone. Do not text. Do not send it. You need to have either a face-to-face, either FaceTime, Zoom, or however you want to do it. But don't do nothing. You didn't let it go. We never let it go to doing nothing.
Nothing, right.
And I believe the strength about what we felt for each other was the key. We felt for each other more than we felt for ourselves. And that's why we didn't work in the beginning.
Right.
And it's hard to figure that out until somebody asks you to tell the truth. So bless it. Oh, well, Chrissy, hopefully you
Well,
captured.
she said I hope he comes around. I sent him an audio message apologizing and explaining. I don't know if he listened, but I hope we patch this up. Bless it. Just bless it.
Yeah,
Bless it.
we'll bless it. We're going to send you a
Bless it.
blessing, but here's what I would suggest you do. Tell him if you run again, you're going to tell him you're going to run. You'll be truthful if you feel like running, and tell him what it's going to take for you not to run. Because until you decide that you don't want to run anymore, the way that you love people is severely destroyed. You cannot run away from somebody you say you love. That makes no sense. That's not love. What that's called is called abandonment, meaning you learn to abandon and learn to love people who abandon, mainly yourself. So at least look at that. I don't want anybody to be without connection.
Right.
It's just how I'm wired. And Sherry and I had a talk yesterday. She said, "You're still rude." And I said, "I'm not rude. I don't like
Can't be
watching
rude.
people abandon themselves." And she goes, "What?" I said, "I don't like watching them abandon themselves." I said, "I'll be quiet. But when they go to speak and I hear them choose words that make them abandon themselves and they're blaming somebody for it, and I'm watching them do that real time, if nobody stops them from doing that, they'll never understand what connection is."
I understand that completely. However,
No,
no, I
I was
understand
just
that
facing what
completely.
it is.
However, instead of cutting them off, can you let them finish their statement and say to them, I watched you abandon yourself 3 times?
You know, if you watch somebody get ready to commit suicide and they got the gun to their head,
Well,
and
that's
you
different.
want to reach in and grab the gun, that's what it feels like to me. It does not feel like that to them because they've done it so much.
Yeah.
But when I'm watching them do it in front of me real time and I'm in their pain already and I'm feeling it, it hurts us both. I'm not giving you anything if I don't stop you in that moment, is the way it feels. I'm not saying, "Hey, I want to stop your bullet that you're about to put in your head," because your head
Right.
is one responsible for where you putting that bullet in your head, not your heart, not your feelings. So I'm trying to help fight for the feelings in the heart where they're up in their head. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to disrupt their head and say, you have a heartbeat that's happening to you. And you, the way you're treating that heartbeat with the way you think, I don't think you like. And I'm just trying to tell you
Yeah.
that it's okay not to like that, but you can heal that. I believe you can heal it. I strongly believe people can heal.
Yeah, I do too.
I
Yeah.
don't know. It's just me.
I
He had done it to me twice over the years. I learned from him. Guess it felt different from the other side. Well, I get that. We do get that. The push and the pull, the running, the chasing. It's a back and forth. And the back and forth happens because we never learned how to make a connection solid. So maybe you ask yourself, what do I need to do to make my connection work? Have I ever trusted letting somebody connect to my feelings and my thoughts? If you can hear a voice on the inside that says no, then don't worry about trying to chase down and figure out why you have abandonment issues. You're still abandoning the only place that it's going to stop. You can't stop this until you realize you learn to abandon yourself. Is what it is. We're all taught it. Even in our education system, we're taught to abandon ourselves. Then we try to go out and have a love life. And what we know how to do is abandon our feelings, which means the other person feels like we're empty. They can't feel us. We learn to do this because of our hurt, our pain. You've stuffed so much of it over the years. What did you ever do with it? I sat in my pain for a long time because I realized I hadn't sat in my pain at all. And I'd never claimed myself. A lot of self-worth issues, a lot of judgment, a lot of problems I actually had was because I just sat in that pain and couldn't hear it anymore. It's like it muffles it out. So what if everything that we're taught is to keep us in line with way they want things, but never in line with how I need things?
yeah.
So I don't want to live my life where my needs don't matter.
Right.
I don't want you living your life where your needs don't matter.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know your needs and I want you to know your needs.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel you want the same for me.
For sure.
That's the difference between us and everybody out there talking. They're not telling them what we're doing to keep this going. And I really feel like we do. We tell them, we keep putting it out there, keep putting it out there. And we really want you all to really feel that connection is that important.
Thank you, Julie. Julie gets a double card pull.
Oh, can she get the Healing
You
Waters card pull?
can,
Let's get
yes.
the Healing Waters card pull, Julie. You
And
ready for the Healing Waters card pull?
I'm gonna pull.
You're going to get the Inflow card pull.
I'm gonna pull from the white deck.
Okay.
This
So
has to go back on you because that's when the flow stopped.
who told you that?
Just now, when I looked down, I was just told just now that's when the flow stopped.
You don't understand.
Okay.
I closed my eyes in the shower
Yeah.
2 nights ago and said, Mom, I need some help. I need to know if you're trying to talk to me.
Mhm.
And if you are, tell Sherry, give me a message.
Mhm.
And you just gave me this.
Mhm.
Oh, oh.
Yep. We got to put it back on.
Guys, this is my mom's fingerprint from when she died. And I told her to give a message to Sherry, but she was trying to give me a message. Wow.
Spirit be working.
Hmm. Yeah, these two belong together.
Yeah, as soon as I took it off.
So here's what's interesting about this whole thing, right?
Let's not forget the card. Did you already have a card pulled, didn't you?
No.
Thank goodness.
No, you just fucked me up.
Sorry.
I'm
Your mouth is.
sorry, this is live. So look, guys, this is her father's wedding band.
It really wasn't a
Well,
wedding band.
it was a ring he wore, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And
Sometimes.
it's a clotter ring, right? It's
Yeah,
got
it
like
is a clock ring.
yeah, it's got like
It is a clock
this
ring.
on.
He never really wore
So
it.
here's the thing. So when Sherry got sick,
This was his wedding band, but he never wore it.
so I always wore these two together. So this ring and this fingerprint, her dad and my mom were always together. So I always kept these two together because it did something inside to me to help me heal a lot of things. And when she got better after the fire, I put this on your chain and it was separate.
Yep.
So you were told to give this back to me.
Yep.
And I told her, if she's really trying to give me a message, you'll give me a message from her
Yeah.
before the end of the week. And here you are doing it live.
Oh.
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's usually stuff like this doesn't happen like this. I guess you guys are meant to see that. So what I'm sharing here is that you guys, connection is its own truth. You can't judge it. You can't manipulate it. The only thing you can do is surrender to it when you actually know what the actual thing you're surrendering to is the truth of connection. And whew, that was beautiful. That really touched me. Thank you.
It's interesting because we've been kind of at a standstill in a certain place in our life. And really just a certain area in our life. We just kind of felt like at a standstill. It's just like, hello, spirit, universe, where are you? Right. And when I kind of looked down and I saw, I can't wait to rewind this so you can see, but I looked down and I saw it and I heard your mom's voice say, that's when the flow stopped.
I've always had her on me. I've had her on me since the day I got this. I'd never
yeah.
taken it off. I took it off after you had the fire and gave it to you.
Yeah.
Because it just felt like you needed it.
Yeah.
Did it help? Did it help?
Yeah.
Did it awaken some things?
I mean, for sure.
Mom's a really good teacher.
Yeah, but
she is. When she does, I mean, I don't know. Sometimes I think most of the teachings I get from those past, I think she sends them to me because she knows I'll pay attention to what they're telling me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Julie, I'm gonna pull you a
Yeah.
card. Lee's gonna read, and then after that,
I'll pull those.
you have to pull it. Yeah, I
Yes.
can't pull from this.
I'll have to find a smaller
I
necklace. It
got
won't
this.
fit on
It's the
this.
same one. I got it. It's the
It
same
won't
one
fit
you've
on
always
that.
had. Yes, it did.
No, that's not the same one. That's
It
a
is.
different necklace.
It's not.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It's
All right. You
it's
tell me what you want.
it's really not.
Again, I apologize for, well, no, I'm not apologizing for my tears. Y'all love me no matter what I do, right? It's
Right.
just a matter of being vulnerable. Can't love something that isn't vulnerable. Isn't that right, Chrissy? You can only love what vulnerability is. What is this? Please wait. We're trying to reconnect you. And chat's disabled? Huh.
I don't know.
It stopped working? I don't know.
Did we go away or are we still
I
here?
don't know. I think the energy was just so strong. And well, or we're just offline. We're not even on the
I
internet.
don't know.
No, I don't think so. I think that kicked us off.
Well, Julie gets double card reading.
Jesus.
I don't know if Jesus is part of it. I think we're still recording. We're still live.
How does it tell you we're live?
Well, the camera's still on. Yeah, the clock's still going. We're still live.
Are we still live? Y'all can still
Yeah.
see us? That's weird. All right.
Well, I don't know if we're in YouTube or not.
Oh, I don't know. It says YouTube. It says right there. You could,
Okay. Well,
but I don't know if we are here. Let me see.
Oh God, hang on.
You okay?
I'll be right. Hang on. I'll be right back, everybody.
Okay.
We're gonna grab a drink. We're gonna pull Julie 2 cards. I'm gonna pull
We're
Julie.
pulling Julie a card. All right.
Healing waters, and then I'm gonna pull.
Trying to find if I can find them. Let's see. Yeah, I think trying to find my way back to you guys. Give me a second. Do. Hey, there. There we go. Here we are. All right. So, Julie, you got 2 cards coming, and I'm going to get those to you. So, yeah, man, that was deep. I did not expect that, you guys. So let's see. It tears me up. Still there. Thank you, Julie. It tears me up because you two are so underrated. I've been talking to so many people on this journey that has helped the pain body, but you two heal it in so many ways. There's so many. Here's what we learned because we couldn't. We learned a lot of things very deeply along this journey. And when we first started and we were doing root camps and we were listening to all the individual stories, there were a lot of individual stories that when we listened to them, they all kind of had an underlying feeling that each person that we talked to had. And that feeling was something they'd had or gotten from their childhood. Seeing that from multiple angles is because of how many different times we heard it in different ways. But then when we started really paying attention to human connection, we started noticing that everything was just off the rails.
Right.
Kamisha said, she had a pretty good statement there. I wanted to make sure I put that there. Okay, so 2 cards for Julie.
Yes.
All right. I wanted to wait till you were back. So
I'm sorry.
yeah, that's cool.
I think I was sitting too long in one position.
Julie. This one. I feel you. There. All right, Julie, here's your cards.
You're really enjoying that Oracle deck, aren't you?
You know what?
I love them.
Me and this deck, it's the one that told me to call out to my mom.
Really?
Yeah, I pulled a card and it was weird. I don't know how to explain it.
Weird
So,
is good.
all right, here we go. Gentle force, ride the waves. So, gentle force is consistency, persistence, patience, the long game. Ride the waves, life lessons and growth. You will get through this. So, let's look at ride the wave first. Oh,
Craig found the ball.
Yes, he did. Hi, buddy.
Hi, Craigie. You have to wait for a little bit. Okay.
I wish these things would be numbered. I'm almost tempted to go through the book.
I have the ball.
Ride the waves. Here we go.
I now have the ball. I have.
You're most definitely living right now. And while you may be experiencing challenges in your life, they're shaping you. You might want to get that ball.
I'm gonna go get the ball.
Okay. Just as I'm sorry. They're shaping you into who you'll be. Someday soon, just as strong winds that blow consistently over the ocean transfer energy to water to generate waves. Let me read this from the beginning again.
Yeah, he's
You're
going
most definitely
upstairs.
living right now. And while you may be experiencing challenges in your life, they're shaping you into who you'll be someday soon. Just as strong winds that blow consistently over the ocean transfer energy to water to generate waves, the same happens when we feel the pressures of life knocking on our door. Life's pressures and challenges invite us to transform in the process. They can cause calm seas to gain momentum and waves to form. While at the time it can feel overwhelming, our true character is born through these usually unexpected changes that life delivers. Our experience shapes us. Our experiences shape us. The most compassionate people in the world are the ones who know the real depths of life. The ones who have the capacity to understand us are those who have been through their own choppy waves. The ones who are able to hold us when we feel most out of our depth are those who have been through it themselves. Wow, sounds like we're soul family. I'm just like reading the card.
Right.
I guess you're meant to be here, Julie. Be like the surfer, and instead of reacting to the waves or seeing them as things to be avoided, choose to respond. And when possible, see if you can find a way to ride those waves all the way to the shore. There may be times when you fall off your board, but you'll meet fellow surfers who are riding their own waves back to themselves. The sole inquiry for this is how can you respond to the waves of your life instead of reacting to them? How can you let them, how can you let the transformation happen? That one was this card here, Julie. So sounds very true. I keep having a song stuck in my head, Out of the Waves Where I Want to Be. It's not the lyrics, but it's what most true to me now.
Well,
So,
I was gonna pull a card from the white deck, but then Spirit threw me the India's deck, so I
okay.
guess we're,
Well, I'm going to give her her gentle.
yes,
You
you do
want to,
that.
you can pull one there, and I'm just
I'm
going
gonna
to pull
pull
her
one from
gentle.
India's deck.
Gentle Force was the other card you had. And this one is over time.
Oh,
Over time, a single drop of water has the power to shape even the hardest, most solid materials, from stone and rock to cliffs and mountains. In fact, water is responsible for crafting most of the stunning landscapes of the world. We learn a lot from water in this regard. How can consistent action day after day, month after month, year after year, decade after decade can create steady, lasting change. A hagstone is a stone with a naturally occurring hole through it caused by water erosion. For the Celtic people, they were good omens and were thought to offer protection. So many people give up before they begin to see results. But deep-rooted change takes time. The most magnificent creations require committed crafting. We all have passions, but what most people don't do is commit to these things and master them. We're all beginners of something. The great masters, musicians, and artists of history were too. Commit to your passions. Throw yourself into what you most long to create. Commit to showing up day after day. Small steps taken consistently
yours
make a
don't go
world of
over.
difference. If you commit to your creations with grounded daily action, in a week or a decade from now, you'll be blown away by what you've created. There's no rush. Consistency is the key. Be like the drop of water on the hagstone. Play the long game. Don't burn out before you really begin. Be patient and keep showing up. Soul inquiry. How can you show up with more consistency to what you're longing to create? Wow.
You know what?
Girl,
I got another one because Spirit just,
Julie's doing things.
yeah. I got a card for you from India's deck. So I don't know. We're following Spirit today. I thought I was gonna put that over your head,
Anybody
but
else? Oh, no, I got it.
I have to put it.
Oh, she's talked to me.
Okay.
She's
Okay.
loud. I can hear.
Okay.
Love it when that happens.
What?
When connection happens. Oh, did we get another? Oh, yes, we could
Yeah.
do another card pull
Yeah.
for Bina. Let's get you, Bina.
Limit. Okay, here we go for this is Julie's last one. It's the number 29 card, and it's trust the truth.
Wow.
Trust the truth.
There's connection. That's what
You're gonna have to
connection.
read this.
Yes, I've got it. I love
Actually,
this card.
hang on. I
This
wanna
card guided me to
20. Okay. Um,
lessons. Yes.
okay.
All right.
If you pulled
If
this
this card was pulled for you, shift your focus from your own reflection in others to the truth of your actual experience. Return as much as possible to the way you experience yourself, others, and the world as a child before being taught to focus on your reflection in others. Allow yourself to experience life in a new way.
There it is.
Yeah. Trust the truth. Again, so true. I was so inspired by this guitarist. I wanted to be just like him, to keep showing up and to be consistent.
Kamisha, it tears me up because you two are so underrated. Oh, I've been talking to so many people on this journey that has helped the pain body, but you to heal in so many ways. Thank you. Thank you so much. That kind of stuff's really cool to hear. You know what I mean? I don't know that I want to be, I don't know. I guess it kind of like being the underdog, underrated.
You do like that?
Yeah, because I feel like the universe peels back layers for people, right?
Yeah.
And it peels back, okay, you need to experience this over here, but over here's the truth, right?
Mhm. Yep.
So I feel like the universe does that for a reason. And I just feel like people are put in our path because we don't do a whole lot of we don't got marketing wizards and we don't have all that.
No, we're old school.
Yeah.
We do it like the old school when they used to hand out
Yeah.
papers, deliver newspapers like on a street corner.
Yeah,
That's
us.
that's our form of
That's
technology.
us.
So the reason why you don't see us like everywhere is because we do what we can to connect everyone. We're not doing it to make money,
Yeah.
which we can see how it's supposed to because it's an energy exchange. But the truth is, this is connection. Connection, when you go run towards connection, it creates connection.
Yeah.
Nobody's teaching that because they know the truth. If they teach you that, it's pointless to keep everybody doing the same thing.
True.
Because we'll all change.
Yeah.
Connection is its own truth. And you can have that here in this world. Just nobody teaches it until us. So we're going to teach the shit on it. And we're not going to stop.
Dina gets a 3 card, so he
yes.
2 card from the water deck and a card from.
You want to go ahead and pull her card first from
I am.
India,
That's
and then
what
I
was
will go on and get her
planning to do
water
there.
cards together.
All right.
All right. Water cards.
All right,
I
Vina.
like your approach to connection. Thank you, Rita.
Vina, your
earned it
your
from the
first card is the number 20 card. And the title of this card is Love You Better.
Oh, can I read that one?
You got to. I can't see.
Yes. Oh, here.
Love you better.
Let me get her two cards here.
Vina, love you better. He's going to read it for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
And here are the 2 cards you can show her for that. All right. If this card was pulled for you, reflect on how you want love and connection to feel with another person. Examine where you've been giving away your power and joy in exchange for a false sense of certainty. Ask yourself whether you are embodying the energy of a connected lover. Explore areas within yourself that can be nurtured, grown, and connected with more deeply. Practice patience and understanding in connection, but do not put joy and love on hold indefinitely. Honor the free will journeys of everyone involved and release ego attachment. Remember that you attract people who match your energy and trust in the effortless manifestation of a vibrational match. Wow. Damn. Love you better. You picked 2 other cards. You had the Sirens. And it's interesting. This one says,
I like a good sign.
use your voice.
Your voice.
Vina, you see that? It says use your voice.
Love you better. Use your voice.
Expansion and freedom.
And you can be
You got
part
the
of the
siren.
sirens.
You got one that says use your voice.
Then you can be part of the sirens.
And then you got one that says consistency, patience, persistence, patience, the long game. So she got the gentle force. So let's see what we got. This.
It's going to take you a minute to find the gentle force in the book.
I know that book. I'm telling you, I'm ready to go.
Better,
I'm ready to look up stuff.
yeah, because I mean, eventually you'll memorize.
I'll have it down.
You know what I mean? But the fact that they didn't have numbers on the cards is slightly annoying. But these cards feel very powerful. They don't work for me because Lee connected with them.
The guy even connected me to him, then I connected to him.
Yeah,
Oh,
like he did this little.
He's like, no, these cards, and he said, here, these cards want you to connect to them. I'm like, okay, all right. So then he like did this whole ceremony.
Yeah, he did.
And then I came home, and then it had me do another ceremony. And I'm like, okay, this thing is just telling me what to do.
Ceremonies.
But it's really cool for connection. It really does go deep.
He's looking. He's a looking.
Gentle force.
There it is.
Over time, a single drop of water has the power to shape even the hardest, most solid materials, from stone and rocks to cliffs and mountains. In fact, water is responsible for crafting most of the stunning landscapes of this world. You can learn a lot from water. Did we pull this card already? Yeah. Damn, it's the same card twice. Gentle force? Or was this the card laying from the other one? Do I need to pull one more? That might have been left out of the deck. I'm pulling another card because I read this one before, and I think this might have still been the one left out of the deck. Sorry, Lena. But I do have another card that's completely different.
Would you like me to cut the deck? Oh, you just did.
I just did.
Okay.
Yes. And she got planetary wave.
So gentle waters, planetary wave, probably was the same card.
Probably.
Very close to it.
Very, very, very close. No matter what, the universe is still telling us.
Soul mission, trust the inner call, soul team. That's what this card says.
Sure what it looks like.
I was able to read that.
Your soul chose to come into this body on this planet at this moment in time. You didn't come here on your own. You're part of a larger soul team. Sometimes it can feel as if it's just you and this thing all alone, but that couldn't be further from the truth. You're one droplet in a vast ocean of consciousness, here to flow with life. You're being called to trust the current of your own river and to answer the call deep within. Take off the weight of responsibility that you need to travel this life on your own. Call in the ones who get you. Realize that you are part of a larger team. You are but one thread in the great tapestry of life. Your mission is clear. Keep doing what you're called to do. You'll never know the full impact that your being here on this planet will have and is already having. Keep trusting the call deep within. The more you embrace who you truly are and surrender to and flow with the current you're being called to, the easier it will be for your people to find you. Like two rivers that met, and remember that they're made of the same things. You're not alone in your calling. Your affirmation is, I trust my inner calling and play my part in the greater plan. Interesting enough, it still says use your voice, the other card for the sirens. So let's get to what that's talking about. Use your
voice, child.
Yes, child. Yes, the sirens. In Greek mythology, the sirens were half woman, half bird sea creatures that would entice fishermen and sailors with their sweet and sensual songs. Free and empowered, they were not afraid to share their voice and use their natural gifts to attract what they wanted. This card is an invitation to your own gifts to share your voice and to surrender the most expanded version of who you are, to give yourself to the music that plays within, to share your song without wavering, to be free and to dance unrestrained. In life, there is the opportunity to become more and more alive and free with each passing day. However, most of us feel more and more trapped by the life that we've so consciously created. What you need to do to embrace life fully. What is it that you need to do? How can you step into your most expansive self? Often, while we're growing up, we experience hurt, losses, and endings that we fail to address. Those memories stagnate us within us, and it becomes harder to dance and sing. However, every moment of your life is an opportunity to change, to thrive, and grow. Every moment is an opportunity to express yourself, to find your natural, unique way to dance and sing. Your soul inquiry. How are you being called to share your voice and expand your most alive, empowered self?
I feel like, um, I feel like
Damn, Vina.
we need to find that
Did those
card
resonate, Vina?
that I'm looking for that card that, because she said it is the same card. And I know that I shuffled the deck, so I feel like we just need to read that card again.
Oh, the first one?
It was called
I
something,
got Gentle Force.
Gentle Force. There it
Gentle
is.
Force. Okay, so you want me to read this one again?
Yeah, I just feel like it
Okay.
maybe is a
So this
message.
one was both for Julie. It looks like Julie and Vina have this connection
Yeah,
because
yeah,
they both have the
yeah.
same card.
I agree.
So if nothing else, this card again, one more time, I'm gonna read it so you guys
Yeah.
can capture it. Over time, a single drop of water has the power to shape even the hardest, most solid materials, from stone and rocks to cliffs and mountains. In fact, water is responsible for crafting most of the stunning landscapes of this world. We can learn a lot from water in this regard. How consistent action day after day, month after month, year after year, decade after decade can create steady, lasting change. A hag stone is a stone with a naturally occurring hole through it caused by water erosion. Fourth, for the Celtic people, there were good omens and were thought to offer protection. So many people give up before they begin to see results. But deep-rooted change takes time. The most magnificent creations require committed crafting. We all have passions. But what most people don't do is commit to these things and master them. We're all beginners of something. The great masters, musicians, and artists of history were too. Commit to your passions. Throw yourself into what you most long to create. Commit to showing up day after day, small steps, taking consistently make a world of difference. If you commit to your creations with grounded daily action, in a week or a decade from now, you'll be blown away by what you've created. There's no rush. Consistency is the key. Be like the drop of water on the hagstone. Play the long game. Don't burn out before you really begin. Be patient and keep showing up. The soul inquiry. How can you show up with more consistency to what you're longing to create?
I feel like super connected to that message, and I'm going to tell you why.
Okay.
When you were reading that the first time, when you were reading it for Julie, I was messing with your necklace, and I happened to have that Celtic ring in my fingers, in my hand, when you read that part about the Celtic people,
Yeah.
right? So there was a little spark there. So
Hmm.
apparently, that message is connected to us as well.
I believe so.
So,
Wow. Oh, so
there's
Dana
that.
said, wow.
Yeah,
We are going to probably need to get off of here soon, aren't we?
we are. I've got a couple of things I've got to do, and then we've got retreat happening, so we're going to do that, and let's make sure that nobody else has a reading up.
Checking.
Well, I'm checking on my end.
I think we're good.
Yeah, we are. Yeah. All right. You know what? Chances are maybe after retreat or after dinner, we may
Pop back on.
come live, play a game, do some card readings. We're
Do you guys want us to come back?
really trying to meet a goal here. So you guys really
Absolutely.
helped today. We're trying to meet a medical goal. So
Yeah.
we gotta do something.
And we're going to do the retreat from 6 to 7:30. So
Yeah.
sometime probably
After.
tonight. We'll be back. Tell you how it went. And then tomorrow we have well, we're gonna be
I'll
around.
be
So
around.
if you guys are looking for connection, you found it. Thank you guys for coming to our channel. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking.
Yep.
Thank you for watching our silliness.
We have a member section over here. So down
A lot
around
of our
here
stuff
somewhere.
had to move over to a member section
Yep.
because it wasn't showing our new stuff. Our old stuff kept coming up. So anytime we put new stuff out, it would throw old stuff out. So the member section now carries a lot of our older videos. I don't know what it's up there. If you want to go over there, there's all kinds of fun we have over there too.
Yeah.
They do get a lot of stuff. So
Yeah.
member section is open. You guys, we do have 30 minutes though. If you're looking for, if you don't have an answer to what's happening to you, if you're looking for a way to just even for 30 minutes try to figure out what it is you're doing.
There's no cost.
There's no
Free
cost.
30 minutes.
You deserve connection. So the 30 minutes is there so you can have connection. It's there if you're trying it for the first time too, because sometimes you just need to hear something to make you go a different direction or to open up to
Man.
connection. So
Right.
hopefully this resonates. We love you guys and thank you for spending the day. Well, spending some time with us.
Yeah, for
Do
sure.
you anybody else want a card pull before we go?
We'll be back. We'll be back later.
Yes, I guess we will.